Hey Pokemon trainers, welcome to Training Riolu. My name is Roy. We've had some pretty incredible news today. We got an announcement for Mega Lucario Z. So here on this channel, we're definitely excited. I did an announcement this morning and I've sit with the design a little bit and I'm growing more attached to it and growing used to it. Hey QLF, how I know you had to go and get your AirPods back. Are you making it safely across town? Okay. That seems weird. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay. Well, hopefully that's not too loud. Okay, let's okay, so lots to talk about today. We're going to try and stay focused and poignant on what is going on. So first things first, let's hop in here. We're going to go and get our mystery gift. Okay. We don't have like a complete team, so let's fix our team. Okay, so here we go. Project M. I I went on Bolt's stream and watched the walkthrough of this. So we should expertly be able to go through and take this on. But so we're getting right now we have Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. Super excited. Should be a couple hours. We should be streaming for a couple hours. Okay, so we got Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. Yeah, we should be good. All right, perfect. Yeah, I know you were like in the middle of something in Bolt's stream, and then he had to go because it's snowing. Yeah, that's I'm sorry, man. Okay, with our Pokemon, let's put some of these Pokemon away. Here, that's good that we've got room here. Okay, and then we've got a spot where this could probably go. Oh, this is an alpha. Okay, let's go here. Oh, this stream, I don't think I'll join in a Discord, but well, if that's something you want to do soon, we can set up a collaboration and do that. But yeah, I definitely do want to talk to you on Discord today. I've got to like talk out all the crazy stuff going on. Sorry, dude. Yeah, but definitely we should get in a Discord call soon. If you're not able to be in the stream, that's perfectly fine. Just be here when you can, if that's all right. Or if if you miss this one, that's okay too, man. We're here for when you need to be or when you can be. So no worries. Okay. So let's get our team going here. Oh, first things first, let's finish organizing these shinies. They need to go where they are supposed to go, I suppose. Should have a Shuppet area. There he is. Okay. And then Litleo is gonna be. Where's Litleo? Okay, okay. Litleo. We're gonna put Pyroar here for now. Oh, There's Litleo. Okay. All right. So let's grab Delphox. We're going to grab Alpha Boy. Let's grab Krampus. And I think we should be good. Yeah. Okay. So we've got Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. Oops. So first, let's do this Mewtwo side quest, and then we've got to talk about the Lucario Mega X. Okay, awesome, dude. Thank you for being here. All right. Bolt said something about the 3rd floor. I haven't looked this up. I just watched what Bolts did. I think basically what we got to do is go to Lysander's computer. I can't wait to shiny hunt in here. We're gonna go and get shiny Beldum. So let's get to the 3rd floor. And I think oh, that's not a oh wait, is this where hold on. AZ was locked up? No, let's go through here. Oh, nice. Okay, this is the cutscene. Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Initiating security protocols. Megastones detected. Restoring power to critical systems. Interesting. So the system is reacting to the Mewtwo Megastones. Activating Project M. This project is highly dangerous. Would you still like to release the locks? Release the locks. I think we're ready, yeah? Hey, Joel. What people? What's up, people? Someone is that? I think that's what I'm getting. Mewtwo, baby. Oh, look, we're... No, Paxton, what do you think you're doing? Mewtwo is an extremely dangerous Pokemon. You're thinking of facing off against that thing? Then you'd better not fail to catch it. Project M. Okay. Project M, baby. Okay. Didn't Team Rocket call it a project? Wasn't it like Project R or something like that? Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Mewtwo. I've missed you, buddy. Catch that Mewtwo. You can't fail me here, kid. You got into a battle with the wild Mewtwo. All right, Lucario, let's go. I didn't even realize I had Lucario up. All right, let's... This is not my Lucario. Oh, shoot. That was not my Lucario. That's okay. We didn't have much health on Charizard. Here. We're getting Psy struck. Oh. Okay, this is gonna do it. Oh no, it's not. Oh snap! Come on, Alpha Boy! Mewtwo's hella powerful. I thought that Shadow Ball was gonna do some damage, but here. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw Master Ball. Okay. That's the way to do it, right? Mewtwo and a Master Ball, it only makes sense. Oh, you caught it. Good. 1 sec. Oof. Seeing this place in ruins like this, I gotta tell you, it's a complicated feeling. No matter how long it's been. I figured holotech was called for in this situation. Voice calls are just so impersonal. Now then, let Auntie Mable explain to you why you ended up battling Mewtwo in Lysander Labs. I take it you got nothing better to do? Oh man, that's funny. Tell me more, Auntie Mable. Auntie Mable. Very nice. I do enjoy a good, attentive listener. See, Mewtwo is a Pokemon created by a scientist who was conducting research on Pokemon DNA. From my understanding, and I think what we know is that's Blaine, right? It has formidable power, which piqued Team Flare's interest. Okay. Still need to get the Master Ball? I've not played ZA in 3 weeks. Dang, dude, that's a long time. I wondered if we might be able to use a Mewtwo in the ultimate weapon. We wondered if we might be able to use Mewtwo in the ultimate weapon. When we heard it had been spotted in Kalos's unknown dungeon, we went and caught it. Honestly, we still don't know why Mewtwo had even showed up in Kalos region. One theory was that Mewtwo came seeking the power of Mega Evolution. I was telling Bolts, I think that after Mewtwo was defeated by like Mega Charizard, maybe it sought out Mega Evolution. So the mysterious dungeon in Kalos, maybe it fills a presence there. I think that's where interesting. Okay, we got some things to talk about. But even with all 5 of us looking into it, we couldn't arrive at an answer. So all 5, that's Lysander and the 4 generals of Team Flare. See, we had pieces of both Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y, but even when we tried using them, Mewtwo never Mega Evolved. Since Mewtwo tends to mostly just hang out, saving up its energy for when it needs to battle, we put Project M on the back burner and forgot about it. What? But Mewtwo sure does like leaving me with questions, doesn't it? Like, why awaken now? Was it just reacting to the Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y you have? Which leads to the question of why you even have those Mega Stones in the first place. That's the power of mystery. I know they forgot about him, but what do I know? Maybe Mewtwo will be a good little Pokemon and listen obediently to a trainer with your skills. Anyway, this acting director still has a pile of work awaiting her. So I'm hanging up now. Bye. Bye. Project Mable. Okay, we got $10,000 for... Okay, that's nice. That's probably more than what I have right now. Okay, so we caught Mewtwo. Let's take a look at this. Oi, what's up, Mewtwo? All right, here, let's take a picture. Let's get a picture in Lysander's labs. There we go. Look at that. Ah. There we go. Yeah, let's Sleepy Mewtwo? That's freaking adorable. Okay. Angry. Oh, he barely nods. That's very Lucario of you. Okay. Let's grab a sleepy time. Boom, baby. Okay. All right. So that's some information, yeah? So for some reason, Mewtwo came to Kalos seeking out the Mega Stones. I'm guessing it's probably because of... My guess is probably because of Charizard, right? Oh, you went to the Pokemon Center in Japan? Dude, I can't wait. Is that in Tokyo? I can't wait to go see that. I'm going there too one day. Okay. So we also know, like, Mewtwo was in Paldea too, right? I guess if we're I don't know what the timeline is, but we do know Red. It seemed like it was a long time ago. You also get, like, in Let's Go, Mewtwo, you can catch Mewtwo. I think you see green before you can get Mewtwo. Almost all the main ones have been there and bought the games and cards there. Oh, okay. In Tokyo? Dude, I can't wait to go. It was busy but amazing. Yeah, dude, I imagine it's probably like New York. There was something interesting that Mable said, though, about... It made me think of Lucario... Lucario Z? Gosh, what did she say? I need to find this. Okay, let's go. Let's turn around. So, yeah, this is interesting too, right? Lucario Z is named Lucario, Mega Lucario Z, right? Like, so we have Mega Charizard, Mega Mewtwo X and Y, and then we now have Mega Lucario Z, and Mega Lucario doesn't have an X or Y. So I don't know if that's implying that that's what we're getting, which is kind of interesting to me and something that came to mind early this morning. That's kind of one of the things that popped into my head. And, like, I'm not sure how I feel about getting a Z form of any of the Pokemon, but here's what I've with this game. It's implied that Xerneas and Yveltal give power for the DLC. I'm going to keep my starter, my Charizard and Lucario, and you're going to have 3 spots for the rest of your team. That's a good call. I like that. So I don't like the implication of Mega Z, like, but what it seems like to me, and what they could just be referring to, and they might not delve into this story or this lore or anything, because they did tell us through Mable. She talked about when you meet Xerneas, like the power of the one that gives and the one that takes away. And so she was talking about Mega Evolution, and in my opinion, what I'm getting from this is that Mega Stones were created mainly by Xerneas, right? The one that gives. And Mega Evolution is like if evolving continued, right? Because most Pokemon can only evolve up to a 3rd evolution, but Mega Evolution typically says 4th evolution, typically. There's things like Hawlucha now and Absol from before that evolve from their form and then Mega Evolve, yeah? And I'm trying to think if there's anything that Mega evolves before it evolves. But from what I understand, hold on, I don't think there's anything like that. So Mega Evolution is the next step in evolution. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying to suss this out. This is something that I was thinking about this morning and today. I also theorized a little while back that Yveltal has a power too, right? Like, thanks. I've got my Lucario hoodie. I didn't change this morning since I've been up, but got some AZ Floette. Yes, AZ Floette is it, but also AZ Floette is special. The flower that AZ Floette has is from AZ's mom, so it's not a typical Floette. It's 3,000 years old, so it doesn't necessarily have the ability. I don't know. We don't know anything about 3,000 years ago with Flabebe's line of Pokemon evolution based on what we know from Hisui, right? Like, lots of stuff was different in Hisui, and that was only like 200 or 300 years ago. Okay. So Floette, good point, Joel. I appreciate that. I mean, because we can assume that Flabebe, Floette, and Florges is probably similar in that time. But what we can also assume is that AZ's mom had that flower especially for Floette. And so the reason it is special and the reason it is what it is because of those flowers. And that could explain also multitudes of that Flabebe. As long as that flower is available, this Floette can evolve, right? Or can make it evolve. So maybe that's explained. And we kind of get that from AZ's story, and we get that from this game, right? So we do have solid understanding, and we have information to give for Mega Floette. Okay. But Yveltal has an energy that takes away. So I think on a rare occurrence, there are Pokemon Megastones created from Yveltal. So on a regular occurrence, Xerneas gives the energy of Mega Evolution, and on a rare occurrence, so does Yveltal. And that's why we have Mewtwo and Yveltal. I'm sorry, Mewtwo and Charizard X and Y. So the only Y Pokemon are the X and Y series of Pokemon. So I think in the DLC, we got Lucario Z, which could indicate that Zygarde also has the ability to give Mega Energy, which would be more of a calming, like anti-chaotic energy. And it wasn't explained by Mable what Zygarde's energy is, but I think in most Pokedexes we know that like Zygarde is meant to like level or give like balance. It's a balance. So here, let's see what Zygarde says. Look at that Mewtwo. 232, baby. All right, Zygarde. This Zygarde, when about 10% of its pieces have been assembled, leaps at its opponent's chests and sinks its sharp fangs into them. Okay. It's hypothesized that it's monitoring those who destroy the ecosystem. Yep, from deep in the cave where it lives. And then, born when all of Zygarde's cells have been gathered together, it uses its force to neutralize those who harm the ecosystem. So I think Zygarde, right? Like we're getting like a balance in the ecosystem from Zygarde. So if Zygarde can give energy, I feel like it's balance. So Lucario, and this might help me like the, design a little bit more. You hope Charizard Z comes. See, I think it's possible if Zygarde creates more Megastones. So what we do know, right? The ultimate weapon that AZ created was from the energy of Yveltal, and what we know is that the energy that was used in Ange, or the weapon, the Prism Tower weapon, Ange. What we know is that it was Yveltal, it was Xerneas's life energy that is in the tower. So balance might be an energy that can create Mega Stones also, and I think that's why we have Mega Lucario Z. And so I don't necessarily want that, because I want to understand more about. Personally, I don't want that because I want to understand the Xerneas, Yveltal, Mega Stones being created. We see it here in this game, and that's one of the things I love about this game is when you defeat a rogue Pokemon, the energy left behind that was created from Xerneas is given to you, right? And because the Yveltal energy went off 5 years ago, we've seen an influx in new Mega Pokemon. And so maybe some of these Pokemon are Y forms of their, like, to me, it would make sense for Barbaracle to be like the Y form of itself, right? Like it's Yveltal's energy, which is interesting to me. I don't know. I don't think that I think that has holes, if I think about it that way. The Mega Z needs to be goated. Yeah, yo, and what we saw this morning in the announcement was that Z Megas are faster than other Megas, which also gives credence to the idea that having Z is available to other Pokemon. So oh my gosh, and I just realized too, with Zygarde getting a Z move, Annihilate, yeah, like maybe that power alone set off the ability for Pokemon to Mega Evolve. Like just Zygarde being using Annihilate as a Z move maybe created Mega Stones. I don't know if that's the case, but these are my theories, and this is what I'm thinking. But with Yveltal having the energy of giving, I'm sorry, Xerneas having the energy of giving, Yveltal having the energy of taking away, and Zygarde having the energy of balance, it seems like Zygarde using Annihilate with that ultra like concentrated power, maybe it created the Mega Stone for Lucario, and you get a Lucario from AZ at the end of the game. So like maybe it was concentrated into Lucario to get that Mega Stone for Z, right? Z Mega Stone, the Zygarde Mega Stone. Oh man, I don't know, but maybe there's a connection there. That'd be really interesting. But yeah, I have a feeling that opens up and gives credence to having Z forms of certain Pokemon. I think it also gives credence to having X and Y forms of certain Pokemon too. Now, the way that X and Y typically works is Y, Yveltal will, or Y will give special attacks and strength to special moves, where X gives one sub. Hey, what's up, Tarek? Tarek56, welcome to the chat. We're kind of rapping about the new Mega that was announced this morning. So I don't know if you saw that. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but yeah, I'm more curious after this announcement than anything. So if you saw the announcement, I hope you get. If you haven't, I know there's plenty of people who are doing reactions to the announcement, but if you don't mind spoilers or anything like that, let me know, because I want to keep talking about this. I'm curious, and I want to work it out in my head how this might work. I'm theorizing and talking about Mega Evolution, so I'm glad you're here though. Please let me know if you don't want any spoilers. Right now we're also hunting Riolu. And we're using the power of our brand new power friend here. Oh, you saw it. Okay, good. We're using Mewtwo's power to hopefully bring out the shiny Riolu. It's been a couple months, but we're finally able to hunt Riolu because we had a couple of challenges that took us about a month. So 2 months into the game being finished, we're finally hunting Riolu. Okay, Joel. Hey, man. Thanks for stopping in. It was good to see you. Hope to see you again soon, man. And Tarek, we do have a Discord server if you want to check it out. It's called the Riolu Camp. You're welcome to be there also, just to talk about stuff or get announcements on when these videos are coming out or things like that. Okay. So in my opinion, and I've established my theory that Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde all have the ability to create Mega Stones. And I think it's been proven that in this game, it looks to me like Xerneas has the ability to create Mega Stones. Mable has talked about it. When we went to go like catch Xerneas, Mable mentioned something and hints to the idea that Xerneas can create Mega Stones. And to me, with the life Pokemon and the death Pokemon, and the new nomenclature is the one that gives and the one that takes away, it seems like there would be an equal power to be able to create Mega Stones. So I think Yveltal spares making Y Megas, and I think Xerneas is like fruitful in making Mega Stones. Or maybe certain Pokemon, because the X and Y, like how X is physical natured and Y is special natured, maybe there's something to be said about like special natured Pokemon are like, you know, special nature, special ability, like special heavy Pokemon are like the Y or Yveltal Pokemon, where X are the Xerneas Pokemon, the physical natured, but that doesn't necessarily match the legendaries. So that attribute doesn't necessarily carry on into the Mega Stone. So it could be something else. Like that could, I mean, that's something I think worth studying and making a chart. Like, is Blastoise a physical nature or a, I'm sorry, I keep saying nature. That's not what I mean. Oh, hell yeah. Getting the Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. We probably should Mega Evolve our Mewtwo just to get it here on camera. But hey, yeah, that's one of the things we could look at too. Oops. Here, did we check? Here, let's do one at a time here. Let's give oh, look, QLF. Oh, my head is blocking it. But here, we're gonna give Mewtwo the Mewtwo X stone, and here's one of the things that we're talking about, right? This Pokemon, in design and in like stats, his physical strength is featured. They like highlight his physical strength. You could see his, oh, that's weird. We gotta, its nature is, oh, it's bashful. So it's not a, yo, yeah, we got Mewtwo. So as you can see, its attack is like stronger. And then what you'll see here soon, and I'll show you, the special attack on the Y Stone is or the Y Stone is going to increase its special attack. That's what I mean to say. Yeah, Robot Boy. I saw you say that in Bolts' stream. What's up, Bolts? How? Dude, I tried to say before you got off stream. I know Mega Mewtwo's, yeah, Mega Z Mewtwo, that would be crazy. And like with Lucario getting a Mega Z form, that gives credence to other Pokemon having, you know, a Z form, a Y form, or an X form. And I have a feeling that we already have Pokemon that are that are X or Y, that we just call them Mega whatever. But because Charizard and Mewtwo have two different forms, they probably had to be labeled X or Y based on whether Yveltal or Xerneas gave them the power. It doesn't feel complete. All right, so what I get from Mable is that Mewtwo came searching for power. So something happened to Mewtwo, right? In order for Mewtwo to show up in Kalos 5 years ago, or 7 years ago, when they were researching how to use the weapon. Lysander wanted to fire off the ultimate weapon to destroy Kalos and destroy Kalos, right? So they were trying to find a power source. And so in one game, Yveltal is the power source. In the other game, it seems like Xerneas is the power source. And I think in this game, it's canonized that Yveltal is a power source for the ultimate weapon. Xerneas is the power source for Ange, right? Well, I think I was saying this earlier, but I think Zygarde, like the is giving off an energy. What Mable, and I said this before, but you're here now, so I'll say it again. But Mable tells us when we go to catch Xerneas that Xerneas is the one that gives, and and Yveltal is the one that takes away. So she also mentions and talks about the power of Xerneas, which made me believe that it's possible that Xerneas is the reason why Mega Evolution stones are available in Kalos. Like, it seems like Xerneas has the power to create Mega Stones, because she talks about how Xerneas's power, the power to give, allows for evolution to continue. And I think that's why in a Mega Stone, you temporarily get the ability to Mega Evolve. So I think, and my theory is that Yveltal also has this power, but it's the power to take away. And so that power creates a Mega Stone that temporarily gives a Mega Evolution, but it's like man, how do I describe that? It's like the power that's taken away that emphasizes evolution in the opposite way, right? Does that make sense? Or are you guys with me? Like, can you understand, like, what there's, like, the spectrum would be Xerneas's power would give this form, and then Yveltal's power would give, on the opposite end of the spectrum, this form, which makes sense why we have, like, a physical and a special attacker from X and Y. That's what I'm getting from it. You don't have to agree or anything like that, and I hope you guys disagree, because it'd be nice to have opposing opinions. But I'm guessing that with Lucario having the Mega Z form, that maybe Zygarde, with its power of, what did we talk about? It makes sure that the ecosystem is in balance. Yeah, so Zygarde's power is balance, right? So maybe Zygarde's Z form is powered by balance, which create, and that's interesting that Lucario gets the Z form, because it is both a special and a physical attacker, and you could build it that way, one way or the other. Okay, sorry. Maybe X and Y isn't enough, so he's going for the Z Stone now. On my second account, just to keep listening while going to the restroom. Oh, okay, yeah, we will probably get the confirmed answer in the DLC, like the origin of the Z Stones. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. This feels like something that Pokemon isn't going to capitalize on or explain. Damn, I need to watch Pokemon. I don't know enough lore or any order to watch without much filler. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean. Okay, good. Which one you think is better, Mega Greninja or Ash Greninja in design? Yo, Ash Greninja. So, are you saying X is physical? Yes. X is physical, Y is special. And that's what I'm saying. Mega Lucario, right? It's a mixed attacker, and so like there's Pokemon that are mixed attackers, and I feel like maybe Zygarde can hone in. I don't know. This is just like the theory, right? Like, but that balance between special and physical is probably what Zygarde is like honing in on or able to make stones for. Yeah, Ash Greninja, bro. Yeah. I like the design for Mega Greninja that we got, but I feel like that is an X and Y split that we just it hasn't been labeled. You know, I heard somewhere that they made Ash Greninja lose because it was getting more popular than Pikachu. Yo, all right, so there had been every year there's a poll about what the most like popular Pokemon is. Greninja has won like almost every year. I know if it's true, then I'm very upset. Pikachu is goated, but Greninja was just a shinobi. So like the top 3 Pokemon tend to be Greninja number 1, and then Charizard, and then Lucario. Like, I think out of popular polls, that's typically how those end up like panning out. And it hasn't changed in the years to I haven't seen a poll this year, but I know last year and like 2 or 3 years before, that's kind of how the polls have been shaping out. But you could look it up. Like, there are polls about what is the best Pokemon, and Greninja tops the charts like all the time. I'm not sure what 2025 has given us yet, but I'd like to see, you know, some Pokemon from Galar or Paldea. There's some good designs there, and it'd be cool to see. Necrotio, join the stream, dude. I'm gonna tell him, go in. Yeah. But what do you guys think, though? Like, do you think this game has given us that type of information? Because, like, that's what I've, like, I don't know if I was looking into it. Yeah, it's gone from a favorite Pokemon to a respected one. Yeah, I want to see others on top. And I see other above Pikachu, and it's the legend. He only needs respect. He doesn't need to prove any. Yeah, being the mascot of the Pokemon franchise that's lasted over 30 years. Mad respect, Pikachu. Love the game. Didn't even finish it yet. Still, I've played it 2 times. That's true. But it's fun. It's fun catching up with you where you're at on your stream. I've been enjoying watching you play, man. Hopefully, when you get to Xerneas, I'm curious what you'll think about what Mable says. But Bolts, I think I don't know if I was interrupting you while Mable was going ham on you, but from what it sounds like, you know, Mewtwo seeking out power That feels like a reference to the Charizard battle where, because I don't think it is. Like, it doesn't make sense on the timeline, right? Like, we know X and Y was 5 years ago from ZA. What I don't know, and I can't tell you for certain, is where it falls in line with red, blue, yellow, right? Like gold, silver, crystal, like ruby, sapphire, diamond, pearl. Like where like what's the timeline? I know that there are timelines out there, and I think that there's a continuity. Yeah, you are pretty close. I think there is a continuity, and we have seen red in gold. Like, he is waiting on Mount Silver. We've seen red in Unova. He shows up in a tournament at a championship. We've seen red in Sun and Moon with blue. Blue shows up in Sun and Moon, and they look like they're older, and it sounded like canonically they had aged, and they're a certain age in Sun and Moon. We've seen blue and we've seen green in Let's Go. I don't know when that takes place as far as like the rest of the timeline, but I think it does talk about like where it takes place from red and blue, because at this point blue is older and you're the next generation of Pokemon trainers, but it's a very similar story to red and blue in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, well, here's what we're getting though, right? Like, with the first announcement, we got Deancey and the stones, and then in this last this is the last announcement before the DLC comes out. We got the Mewtwo and the stones for Mewtwo, right? So, what the announcements have told us is that we seem to be on the path to get Rayquaza. Both should be excited for that one. To get Groudon and Kyogre in their not origin forms. What do we want to call that? I know there's a name for it, and it's slipping my mind right now. That Gumi's not shiny. Yeah, Mega Rayquaza. He's like a Delta evolution for when he Mega evolves. Primal. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. Thank you. Yeah. So we'll get the primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre from the announcements giving us these Mega evolutions. We'll get Latios and Latias in their Mega forms. That's what this is telling me. I think that's what we can get from the narrative that we're getting these Pokemon, and the DLC should be bringing us to that point. So what I can, and from that assumption, I can assume that we're gonna go to Hoenn. What is the strongest Pokemon? Either the light form of Necrozma that has Lunala and Solgaleo and Necrozma all fused together. Like, that seems to be the strongest Pokemon. I know Delta Rayquaza is up there, but there's a Pokemon that is rumored, right? In Unova, there's an Origin Dragon that was talked about, and the closest that we have to that is Reshiram and Zekrom fused with Kyurem. It's not the Pokemon of Origin, but I think there's a fusion where all three of them fuse together, and I believe that would be the strongest Pokemon ever. Because right now, the fusion between Kyurem and Zekrom have the like some of the highest stats in Pokemon, but close behind them is Delta Mega Rayquaza, and then I don't know what the stats are for the light form of Necrozma, but I'd imagine that Necrozma tops the fusion between Kyurem and Reshiram and the Kyurem and Zekrom. What do you guys think? Oh, dude, I love Pokemon. I mean, I'm not like a lore master or anything, but I do fucking care a lot about the lore of Pokemon. So I want to talk about it, man. I'm glad you guys are here, but I could go on about it forever. This is why I didn't want to get into a call, because I was like, I have to talk about the X and Y Mega Stones. And now that we have the Lucario Z, to me, that means so freaking much. And, oh, Bolts, I don't know if you were here, but I also think that there might be a connection between Annihilate and Lucario getting a Z Mega. Right? Like, Lysander told us that because... Basically, Lysander told us that basically because Zygarde went to Alola, he learned the move Annihilate. It's a Z move. And no other Pokemon has figured out how to use Z moves without Z crystals, but Zygarde has that ability and that power, right? He figured out while being in Alola, and as you go around Alola and you capture all the cells for Zygarde, he's everywhere. So he's watching and he understands. Teach me Pokemon, teach me Pokemon. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's funny. Oh, dude. That joke is from in Boltz's streams. I will always tell him, teach me calculus, or teach me physics, So okay, that's the joke. That's fucking funny, man. Yeah. So Zygarde learned the Z move, right? I think that is heavily implied that Annihilate is a Z move. And so it's the move that you can get in this game only, but this takes place after, and Lysander confirmed Zygarde was in Alola already. And so we are playing in Lumiose City after the events of Zygarde being in Alola, and I think he learns a Z move without a Z crystal. So you get Annihilate, and you're able to defeat Ange's like life energy weapon that Xerneas's power is like setting off. And so now, like with 5 years ago, Yveltal's power being set off, and now Xerneas's power being set off, we don't know what the after effects of Xerneas's power being set off is. And so I think it's going to create another mega influx of Pokemon that have more Xerneas stones and evolutions because of that Ange being set off. That's my guess, what this story is implying, what we know from Legends EA. And I know, Bolts, you were asking me like, hey, this game isn't, like telling me like, hey, this game doesn't really do much for me. But for me, the story and the implications of what is going to happen in the future, this game like tells us more Megas are coming, yo. Like we already know what happens when Yveltal's power is set off. It created those Mega Stones. And based on what, Mable tells us, the power of Xerneas or the power of Zygarde create these Mega Stones. And then now we have a weapon going off with this Xerneas energy. And what we're going to see from this is Pokemon Mega evolving in the future. Because at least 5 years can change the effects of Pokemon and give them the power to evolve. At least 5 years, because we know when the last 5 years. So like here, if I break this down, right? when Lysander, oh, I'm sorry, when AZ sets off the weapon, whatever time span in the 3,000 years, we got Mega Evolution from Kalos and Hoenn that created the Mega Evolutions that we know. And then in the last 5 years, we know that since the weapon was set off again from Lysander, we got Mega Dragonite and Barbarical and all the... Oops. Let's check this. No shiny Gumi. Yeah, this game opens a lot of doors for Pokemon, but compared to Legends Arceus, I think Legends Arceus was more engaging and fun in the game. Yeah, I appreciate your opinion. Like, I like that you were able to have that experience with Arceus. I think I enjoyed Arceus too. And what I think is missing is that we don't have like ride Pokemon and a lot of the like expansive area to play around with. But I think Legends ZA did give us a lot to do and a lot to play with. And I think that every side quest has these amazingly written side quests, like stories that happen in those side quests. They're silly, they're kind of fun, they're engaging. So I think it's definitely two different games, right? Like I think my favorite side quest in Legends Arceus was the Ghost Girl side quest. One, because I'm a big fan of Ghost Girls in Pokemon, which I don't think Legends ZA gave us a Ghost Girl, so it loses points for that. Arceus was full of giving lore and stuff, but ZA tells you a lot about the future and giving lore hints from the past, I think, for me at least. Right. And again, they're two different stories, and I did enjoy Arceus, but I feel like for me this game does a lot. Arceus and ZA, the best Switch Pokemon games for me. Okay, and in my opinion, I think for me, Scarlet and Violet was the best Switch Pokemon game. But I'm struggling too. Like now that ZA, no, I'm not struggling. I know that top tier for me and on the Switch is Scarlet and Violet. Man, some of the designs in the Pokemon, like, yo, we wouldn't have gotten Finizen or Palafin without without Pokemon Violet. And I was really hoping we'd get Palafin in this game, but okay, I digress, right? So Legends ZA, I think, is like, what it did better than Arceus was tell a story that is vulnerable with the characters. Like, you start off hating Corbeau, and then you grow like a brotherhood with Corbeau, and it was that powerful, right? Palafin bias, yeah. Yeah, agreed. I think Legends games were the best on the Switch. Okay, hell yeah, that's awesome. And that's cool that Pokemon is doing that, because it's giving everybody a chance to enjoy Pokemon the way they want to. So please don't take, I'm not the bottom line here. I'm here for you guys to have your bottom lines and love it, you know? That's what's up. I need to play it again because I had updated the Switch 2 on my OLED and was skipping a lot, not paying attention. Yo, yeah, and when we did the playthrough for Arceus, I mean, there was a lot of like, oh, this is I remember this about Arceus. It's so freaking awesome. And it is. It really does a good job. You were talking about the Volo plot twist. When I played that game, it was unexpected. I did not expect to see a Giratina battle. And the battle against Arceus is so crazy. It's impactful. It's long. I had to do it over and over and over again, but it kept me wanting to do it. Like, I wanted to beat Arceus. This game doesn't do that, right? Like, Zygarde, I beat it in the first try. I got lucky because I think that Z shape, I found the safety triangle. You know what I mean? Like, it was so lucky. Oh, we did it! Oh, okay. Whew. Whew. Okay, we're gonna catch. Oh man, I wonder what the shiny. I wonder what the shinies Z looks like. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. We got our mascot, baby. We got our mascot. Whew. 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 Okay. Look at that boy. Oh my god, he's so cute. We gotta give this a cool name. Oh no, okay. Yes, let's... Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back, Riolu. I gotta go take a lap. We're gonna take a lap. We're gonna take a lap, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna try again. We're gonna sneak up on this boy, and we're gonna tell him, hey, it's all about love here. And we gotta tell him, like, hey, you don't know this, but there's gonna be a Z evolution. All right, and that's what I was thinking too. Like, we already have Alpha Lucario. We got Alpha Lucario, and we named it Anubis. So we got to give this. Dang it. Okay. What's up, buddy? Oh, you're so cute. Look at how strong you are. Okay. There we go. Okay. What do we name this? All right. What's up, Mewtwo? Here we go. So this is like our little mascot. We got to take good care of this Riolu, okay? We got to level him up like we do on chat every time we end a stream. All right. All right, so let's give him a cool name. Oh my gosh. Miku. Hatsune Miku. All right, we're gonna stick to Whoa, I missed oh, I got some W's in the chat. We got it, yeah. We got it. Hatsune Miku. Oh man, are you guys... I think we gotta go with Miku, yeah? Let's eat it for Thanksgiving. Okay, we're gonna give some nibbles on this guy. We're gonna call it Miku. Yo, Miku, our mascot. All right, here we go. All right, let's yo, we did it. I'm so glad this didn't take too long. Look at Miku, he's so cute. Okay, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go powerful, yeah? Let's go powerful. We got powerful, yeah? Where is it? We could do this. Yeah. But we got this. There we go. We're matching now. Oops. Boom. Okay, we did it. Yeah, Miku. All right, bro. we got shiny Riolu finally. Well, it wasn't too bad. We did good. All right. So we're going to take good care of Riolu. We're going to get him all set up. He's going to Mega Evolve eventually. We're going to get him to that point. And so so for now, I think we get to start hunting Drampa. So we got a chance to take a good look at Mewtwo stats. That's one of the things we want to look at Mewtwo Y, so we can see what the special stats look like there. So we'll get that going. And now we can also head to go check out Drampa. All right, so that's what's going on the stream. Yo, this has been an awesome stream. I've really enjoyed talking to you guys about what the implications of Lucario Z are. The crazy ideas in this game that we have and we got to see. Eventually we're gonna have to do Chespin shiny hunt. Okay. Here we go. And I think Drampa's another weird, it shows up at a weird time. It only shows up in the morning, I think. Okay, Bolts, get some food and study hard, man. I hope you get that brain fuel. And thanks for being here. It was fun watching your stream earlier. If you guys are interested, check out Bolts. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's been a lot of fun watching. So I've enjoyed that. Yo, thank you, QLF. Yeah, man, that's what I'm here for. I want to share the love that I have for Pokemon with you guys, and likewise. I'm glad that Legends of Arceus like means so much to both of you. Like that, it was such a good game. But yeah, I've been enamored with Legends EA. I'm really happy that you know there's such a thing as a Legends series. I can't wait to see what's next. We have an opportunity to like keep, you know, making something amazing. I hope the fans have been heard that Johto would be an awesome a Legends game, but I think we could get some really cool. We got 2 more subs today. Yo, with Turk earlier. I don't want to mess up your name. Turk, yeah, Turk, right? Okay, with Turk here earlier and subbing, I thought that was only 131, but there's somebody else here that's gotten a sub here. Oh man, that's crazy. I didn't realize today the channel grew quite a bit. Thank you so much, guys. All right, we need to find a good bench because I need to be able to check on Drampa in the mornings. Yeah, right? Like, because this feels like a main series game, the Legends games. Oh, I think there's a, I think up here there's a bench. This might be interesting. All right, we got to figure out how we're shiny hunting Drampa. There's a bench on the other side over there. Let's measure it out, yeah? Let's see how far away this bench is to Drampa. Yo, and then Volo's costume showing up in the museum, and the guy saying that Volo's the one that that delivered it. I mean, that's insane. QLF, do you remember being here for this parkour? How many times we fell off of that? Oh man, that was insane. Okay, I think there's a bench. Here, we're gonna put a pin. We should have a bench. I think there's a... Whoa. Is there no bench? Shoot. See, we need to be close enough there. And I think we need to be able to reset. Is there a bench on the other side? I've got to be close. There's got to be a bench somewhere. We need to check out Mewtwo Y also. Here. Look at Eevee. Hello, buddy. Be cool to get some shiny Eevees going, but oh, we're in a spot where we can probably do that. Hey, ladies, man, welcome to the chat, man. It's been a while. How are you doing? Dude, you've missed out on some awesome like conversations about lore. Okay, there is a bench over here with the announcement of Mega Lucario Z. We've been chatting about like the implications of what that could mean for Mega Pokemon, and it has been a blast. So, what do you think, man? Like, what do you think about the new announcement? And what do you think that means for Mega Pokemon? Here, I'm gonna put a pin on this bench, like right here, because there's a bench right here, I think. So we'll see how far away that is from where Drampa shows up, and maybe we can reset there. So let's check. Let's check on that. Oh yeah. Well, sorry. The announcement was out this morning. We did cover the announcement on the channel. So yeah, I apologize if that was a spoiler for you. Oh, it's way too far away. We won't be able to reset Drampa there. Okay, dang it. Okay, let's see what other buildings. There we go. Let's see what other buildings might have a bench around that might be easy to get to, because we do want to reset for Drampa close enough where it can spawn. So let's try and get up. Oh, is there a way across? Yeah, sorry if I spoiled anything for you, and I don't know if you're being sarcastic, whether or not you do or don't care about that. So yeah, if you do, I apologize, man. Yeah, there was an announcement this morning at 6 a.m. We did a coverage of the announcement on the channel, so you're welcome to check that out. Right. Yeah, I don't. That was one of the things that we were talking about. Yeah, I know I went off on a tangent, and some of the chats have been saying that maybe we'll get an explanation in the DLC. I don't know if Pokemon is going to like outright say it, but we have gotten a lot of hints, especially in this game, about what Mega Evolution could be. Like, I'm not sure if you picked up on it, but when you go and catch Xerneas, Mable does give an explanation about what Mega Evolution is. In my opinion, like, if I'm reading into it, right, I think we get an idea of what she's saying. Let's go this way. Man, we gotta find a bench that's close enough. Go this way. It'd be sweet if there was a bench right here. That would be perfect. Ah! What's up, Pampor? We do need to get Mega Energy. Yeah, I check this out, ladies and men. I will probably give a theory about it at some point. Just crazy that we have had an entire generation in this game and still asking questions about Megas. Okay. Well, hey, let's talk about it, man, because yeah, I think what we were talking about earlier is, it seems to me, and based on, oh, hold on. What just happened? Where is that? Oh, there it is. Hey, little guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm glad Pansage doesn't run away. Okay, good. Oh, there's a bench. Perfect, dude. Let's check. So, ladiesman, where do you think like I know you're saying that we don't have any information about like where it comes from, but what would you think? What if you could theorize? If you could base your like an informed decision on where Mega Pokemon come from, what do you think? 62. I think that should be close enough. Let's see. And go ahead and type that out. I think or well, let me know what you think because I'm curious. And I mean, if you don't feel comfortable because you're gonna make a video about it, I think it'd be cool to talk about because I mean, I don't want to take away any of your content or anything like that, but I mean, it's good to get ideas from what we could, you know, come up with together, I think sometimes. So if you don't mind, I'm going to share my opinion. Like, again, I was talking about this earlier, so sorry for everybody that was here. Mable, when we go and catch Xerneas, Mable gives us like an explanation about Xerneas' power, and they give this kind of interesting nomenclature about Xerneas and Yveltal that says basically that Xerneas is the one that takes away, and Zygarde and I'm sorry, Xerneas is the one that gives, and Yveltal is the one that takes away. And she was talking about how so okay, yeah, and I think that's part of it, and we also know that like the weapons are tied to Mega Evolution too. Like especially Lysandra was telling us after he set off the weapon, Mega Evolution started happening over the 5 years, and that's why it makes sense that we have like Barbarinacle and we have Dragonite and Starmie and all these new Pokemon are Mega Evolving. So it is tied to the weapon, which that got hit by the weapon. Yeah, causing their DNA to be stored in a more powerful form. And I think that is explained a little bit more by Mable saying, like, Xerneas' energy gave, right? Like, Xerneas is the one that gives, while Yveltal is the one that takes away. And I have a feeling that X and Y Mega Evolutions can be explained with that nomenclature, because that's kind of new. I think we've always considered Yveltal and Xerneas to be the life and or death and life Pokemon, right? Yveltal was always the death Pokemon, Xerneas was always the life Pokemon, and I think it's new nomenclature to say the one that gives and the one that takes away. Like, that seems brand new. So, and I think there's like a caveat to that helps understand the spectrum of Mega Evolution. Like, Xerneas' power, right? The Xerneas' power gives, which gives credence to evolution happening up to the third stage. Where's Grandpa? Does it only show up during sunny days? It's a sunny day. Does it? Shoot. This isn't going to be a very... Oh man, I think we're too far away. Here, let's try... Shoot, I wish there was a bench. Well, it's morning, so we could reset at the gate and try and get this Drampa to show up. Okay. Gives credence to... Yes, yeah. Right. I agree. I think those moves definitely touch base on, you know, giveaway. But I think that's the first time it's been said. Well, and regardless, I think we already like knew like life and death, like that's kind of similar. But Mable like says it in her research, like Xerneas, like the way that we understand mega evolution is that it's getting more like it's going to the next step of evolution. And she explains that like Xerneas's power allows for something like that to happen. So I think it's, in my opinion, this game confirms that Xerneas has the ability to allow Pokemon to mega evolve. And I think that confirms that Xerneas created Mega Stones. And I might not have explained it or given the evidence to prove that, but I think that in this game we are given the evidence that Xerneas created Mega Stones. And my theory and my hypothesis is that Yveltal also creates Mega Stones, but in opposition to the power of Xerneas's Mega Stones. So like we get Charizard X and Y, right? And yo, thanks for being here, QLF. Yeah, dude, it's been fun. So like on the opposite ends of the spectrum, we have like Xerneas and Yveltal, but maybe that ties to X and Y Mega Stones. Like I know that on a like more practical use, right? X Mega Stones are typically physical like stones, and your Pokemon has a stronger chance of being a physical type Pokemon or use of Pokemon, whereas like Y gives a special attack. It just seems kind of weird to me that Pokemon know how to function in their new forms. Like Mega Starmie already knows how to use those legs. What do you mean? Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything's like outside of the realm of, because I appreciate that idea, but like Drampa kind of still functions like Drampa. Skarmory just has longer talons. Lit Pyroar just gets a bigger mane. I think Starmie's already using its two bottom legs, but having a bit more functionality is kind of nice, I'd imagine. And starfish are fairly intelligent creatures. Well, Pokedex entries in their biologies kind of state that they are in pain, so they quickly adapt to their new form while internally screaming. Yeah, that sucks. And like, you know, Pokemon also has like we have like shadow Pokemon and certain I think in one of the movies there's like you know, there's like things in the Pokemon world that like make it excruciating for Pokemon to exist in their forms that they are in, or like the state that they're in. That's kind of interesting. But I think with Yveltal and Xerneas, we're getting an understanding that they have the ability to allow for the next step, for a temporary next step in evolution. And I don't know if that counts for every Pokemon, right? Like the excruciating pain. Swampert, for example, has to adapt by being very upper body heavy. Hard to adapt to that when it's a temporary thing. I don't know. I think maybe there's probably adaptation differences for different Pokemon. right? I think pointing out Swampert and pointing out that Starmie's legs are pretty bizarre. Okay, I can agree with that. But I feel like some Pokemon are probably, like Charizard is probably very familiar with X and probably very familiar with Y, both of it. And I think Mewtwo would be very familiar with his body in those forms. Like, I feel like that surge in power, I think they'd be already like easy to adapt to. So maybe you're onto something with some of the Pokemon though, like Barbarnacle. Like maybe look at this. Like this doesn't even look like Barbarnacle. Where is he? Right? Like I'd imagine the muscle and some of the things that Barbarnacle typically would be, like the it's probably malleable enough to like adapt to something like this, I'd imagine. But like, you know, gaining new eyes and like gaining new tendrils and things like that, that'd probably be fairly excruciating right off the bat. But I don't think it would be like that for every Pokemon. I mean, if you look at for Alligator, it's like a return to form, right? What's can you change this? Motions? Okay, yeah. Do we get... There we go. Like, that's a return to form for Alligator. So I don't know. Maybe some Pokemon might have a tough time. Like, that looks comfortable. Phalanx and Slowbro have different forms that would take some getting used... Yeah. The, getting devoured in a constant state of being devoured, that would be kind of uncomfortable. I think your nose growing makes me think of like Beetlejuice, how like the ghost the ghosts like pull their nose. But like, yeah, I don't know. Some of this, I think what you're saying makes sense, but some of it seems like a more natural state. And maybe that's the difference between Yveltal and Xerneas, right? Maybe that's the difference between Charizard Y. Like, maybe it hurts to have his wings longer or to get these, like, appendages on his wings. And then this feels more natural, you know, or maybe something along those lines. Like, Dragalge gets a lot of stuff going, and it's very algae, you know, it's very seaweed looking. And he already kind of looks like seaweed, but I don't know. I think it would be interesting if we get more X and Y, like at Greninja. That this should be like an X and Y split. Ash Greninja should be something, Mega Greninja should be the other side. Like, I think this would be a good, like, I haven't looked at Greninja stats or anything like that, but maybe one is more physical, one is more special. But like that, there's two forms. It gives credence to two different energies. But now that Lucario has its Z form, that gives credence to that. Oh, and I was talking about this too. Check this out. What do you think, ladies, men? So Zygarde goes to Alola and learns Annihilate, right? Charizard X is black because it literally has burnt its skin. I don't agree with that. I think that's just like talk. I think what that connects to is the shiny form. I think it's funny, it's an interesting take, but I don't think I agree with you because a lot of some of the mega evolutions kind of go back towards like what the shiny form looks like. And I'd say Charizard is a prime example of that. Ash Greninja is an anomaly in terms of lore that we knew of at that point. Yeah. And I guess Ashgren, yeah, it is an anomaly because it doesn't really fall in line with Mega Evolution happening because of the. It doesn't fall in line with Mega Evolution happening because of Xerneas or the. It's a Pokedex entry somewhere. Yeah, and I agree. In the timeline, it doesn't necessarily make sense for Ash Greninja to be, but now that we have it, and Greninja does have a Mega Evolution, maybe Ash Greninja is a Z evolution, so back to what I was trying to say is, Lysander tells us, right? Zygarde spent a lot of time in Alola, and what we can understand from Zygarde spending time in Alola is getting the move Annihilate. It seems like Zygarde learned how to create a Z move without having Z stones or Z crystals. And so it seems like Zygarde uses Annihilate or has the ability to use Annihilate, and based on the power of Annihilate being able to be used, maybe that's what, or that could be why we're seeing Z evolutions all of a sudden. So that would be an interesting, especially if everything else ties to Yveltal's like side of the spectrum, Xerneas' side of the power spectrum, and then this, like, if you look up Zygarde's dex entry, it's typically about neutrality, it's typically about order, it's typically about like protecting the biome. So I think that, like, if you were to give it the new type of nomenclature, Xerneas being the one that gives, Yveltal being the one that takes away, I think for Zygarde it would be balance, right? The one who balances. So I don't know. What do you think about that? I think that's kind of interesting, and I think tying it to Alola makes it fun. And I have a feeling in the DLC we're gonna take a trip to Kanto. I'm sorry, not Kanto, Hoenn. Not necessarily Kanto. We might, but I have a feeling that because Primal Groudon and Kyogre and Delta Rayquaza are probably going to need to be obtained in this game, we'll probably see Hoenn, and we'll probably get Swampert and Blaziken and Sceptile. And then I bet we might be able to see Alola. And if Lysander's Z moves, I don't know, maybe we'll get to explore some other regions too. But I don't think it's going to be a full, we're not going to be able to go on every single route, but we might be able to like visit the magma cavern that Groudon is in, or the deep sea floor cave that Kyogre is in, or the Dragon Tower, so that we can activate Rayquaza at some point in time. Right? But I mean, so I think you're right. Game Freak isn't usually into divulging a lot of information. Like in Pokemon X and Y, we don't learn much. We do learn a lot about AZ. We get a lot of, like, he tells us the same story that's in X and Y. We learn a lot about Lysander and like the background to the weapon. We are definitely not getting Hoenn DLC. Why? That's just rumor, dude. Like, that's all Game Freak is showing us. Yeah, I saw the same announcement that you saw, but that, I feel like the way that trailers work now cinematically, and the way that Pokemon wants to cause disruption in the community, I'd say we're being shown a little bit. But if you compare, I don't know, if you look at Violet and Scarlet, right? The DLC that we got from the Teal Mask was fairly expansive. It was I don't think it's a full fleshed out game on its own, but it did give us a ton of stuff to do. And if you look at the announcement, we're getting a character named Ansha who's friends with Hoopa, and there's a whole game mechanic that was introduced. We have to find ingredients probably for a donut, and Hoopa getting different donuts, I imagine, is going to give us access to different areas. That's my understanding. Maybe I'm just a sympathist for Game Freak, but we didn't even get all of Kalos in this game. Yeah, the budget was $1.4 million, but like, I mean, every single side quest had a bit of like story. There was production to everything that we did. I feel like the way that the story was conducted, and it's easy to disregard. I mean, half the people don't even read the dialogue, but like, I think the story was written in a way that was compelling, and the production value went into that. Because outside of that, if you don't have the story, this Pokemon game probably isn't very, detailed or deep, right? There's a lot of side quests with the story, with the writing. There's so much to do, and there's so much lore that's hidden in this story. So the wild areas, it's easy to 100% them. The amount of Pokemon, it's easy to collect all this stuff. Mable's research is kind of challenging because you have to do 1,000 battles and all that stuff. But like, I'm not willing to take that bet. Yeah. In fact, I would say the other way around. I'm more confident that we're going to be able to get the Hoenn starters and Primal Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, because with each announcement, it was sandwiched with Paldean Pokemon, Chimecho from Hoenn, and then we got hints at Zeraora, which is from Alola, and then we got Mega Z Pokemon saying Lucario is getting a Mega Evolution. Yeah, we'll find out soon. But I don't think that stays contained in the upside down of Lumiose. I think that's just a catalyst to keep catching like Galarian Slowpoke and Alolan Marowak. Like, it'll give us a chance to get more Pokemon. But I think Hoopa is going to give us access because it can transcend time and space. It's going to give us access to maybe other dimensions based on the name of the the game. Mega Dimensions, right? It can't just be the upside down Lumiose. Well, getting all the other Megas previously released isn't too far of a stretch. Yeah, I don't think so. Still need Latios and Latios. Yep, Hoenn region. See, man, I think we're going to Hoenn, dude, and I think it'll be done artfully. I don't know if it'll be masterful, and maybe that's where some skepticism can fall in. But like, I'm not willing to give in to what everybody. I think Pokemon and I think Game Freak have figured out that since the National Dex incident that created an uproar, it is way more easy and popular to create discourse among the fans, and the numbers that they sell their games for don't lie, right? There's been discourse every single time there's been a Pokemon Direct. There's been discourse every time there's been an announcement. People don't want Pokopia to be on a freaking key card, so that it's all the discourse that's being, I think it's designed, Not to say that Pokemon means to do it like to create discourse, but I think they know their fans are going to create a shit ton of discourse just because they're not going to give every single ounce of information. Oh, okay. One last thing, real quick, before you go. Hold on. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Not Pokopia. Freak. No, okay. I'll let you go, man. I'll message you in Discord. Thanks for chatting with me. I appreciate you. Thanks for the. I'll look more into the painful thing if that's every single Pokemon. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks, ladiesmen. We've got about 20 more minutes. Today we got Shiny Riolu. Today we got the announcement for Mega Lucario Z. Today we got Mewtwo X, and we still need to check out Mewtwo Y. But he's a bashful nature. That's kind of odd. But yeah, it's been a really awesome stream, and I've been really enjoying talking to you guys about what's coming out in the DLC. I hope we can get a shiny Drampa, but I'm glad we're here, finally. We're finally shiny hunting Drampa. This has been a long time coming, and I'm excited to Mega Evolve Drampa. Look at that shiny. Okay, shiny Furfrou. Take that. We're gonna have to take good care of this Riolu. We got Miku, the Riolu. Man, it's been a really fun stream. Okay. Yeah, we got about 18 more minutes of shiny hunting Drampa, and then I think I'm gonna call it. Is there anything we haven't made it to rank A in the ranked battles? So do you guys want me to do any ranked battles, or is there anything else you guys want me to do before I head out? So far I think this is kind of a W stream. We're killing it, but yeah, is there anything else you guys want to happen before we head out today? Because man, it's been a good day. Oh snap, is that what? Oh my gosh. That doesn't make sense. I think that's closer, honestly, but maybe this. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Oh my gosh, we got a shiny Mega Kanga. Here, oh, let's save. Gosh, oh my gosh, that's crazy. We can get a Mega Kangaskhan now. That's insane, dude. Yo, we got shiny Kangaskhan, baby. How cool. Oh, I think I guess one of the things I'll do last on the stream is we'll Mega Evolve and check out where Mewtwo is for Mega Mewtwo Y. Okay, let's keep going. We're gonna go. We'll do at least another good solid like 10 minutes, and then we'll go and get the Mega Energy for Mewtwo and take a look at it. But yeah, this is crazy, man. What a crazy day. We got about 8 more days, or 10 more days until the DLC comes out. Oh yeah, 10 days. So it comes out on the 12th. I'm excited. Are you guys excited to are you guys excited for the DLC? I'm excited to see Hoopa again. I hope we get a chance to get shiny Zygarde. I feel like with the Mega Dimensions, we'll be able to explore quite a bit. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see what's happening. Yeah, I was thinking too, like typically good trailers will show us like the first like 30 minutes of a show or a movie, and we'll get like glimpses of a little bit of a story from that first period, from that first like 10, 20 minutes, you know, like, and it'll be a lot of exciting stuff that might happen in that first 10, 20 minutes, but then we won't see like the rest of, or that they're funneling in that first period of time. So that way we're not able to know the rest, right? We're not able to like speculate or spoil or get rid of the idea of the things that could happen beyond that. So at least good trailers have been able to contain a little bit of a story, or even writing has changed a little bit so that some of the stuff is kind of front loaded and there's enough like different scenery and different video of what is edited into the trailer. So I have a feeling that that's what we got from the trailer for the announcement of Mega Dimensions. There's a point in the trailer where you're on like grass and it's sunny. So my guess is that's a different area than where the upside down Lumiose is. And so I'm hoping, and that's a big thing for me, I really hope that we'll be able to explore a lot more than just the upside down Lumiose. I don't think that's going to be what it is, because it's not very beautiful, and I don't think it's going to be very captivating to be stuck in the upside down. So, are you guys team MZ, Mega Lucario Z, MLZ? My brother just sent me a. He likes the design for Mega Lucario. That's cool. Okay, let's keep going. So, and I think the way that we're going to have to hunt Drampa is kind of weird. I don't think we're going to be able to go 10, 20 minutes on the resets. I think we're going to have to check it fairly regularly, because at some point in the day, Drampa turns into Furfru. Drampa just turned into Furfru. Drampa turns into Furfru, and then at night it's Cleffa, Clefairy, and Clefable, which would be awesome too to hunt. But yeah, I definitely want to try and get Mega Drampa. But we got Mega Kangaskhan, and that's exciting. Man, we got Riolu, our mascot, our little Miku. But yeah, it'll be that's the hunt for Drampa is gonna have to be changed up, and it looked like the closest bench is gonna be up on that rooftop. So I think we're gonna have to reset for the day, and then reset at the gate for Drampa. That seems to be the most. That seems to make the most sense. But I'm not sure if there's a better way to do this. Oh, here, let's grab some mega energy while we're on our way. See, and I think it'd be cool. Well, one of the things that we're gonna have to do eventually is check Mewtwo's movesets, because getting a physical moveset set up on a Mewtwo might be fun. I think I'm more of a fan of the Mega Y, just because typically Mewtwo's special attack is Savage. But yeah, it's set up right now with a couple of special attacks. Psycho Cut. Does that count? I think that's special too, yeah. What's up, Absol? Okay, here we go. We'll get the morning going. We'll do a little bit more of a hunt, and then let's get this. Let's check out this Mega Y Mewtwo. Okay, Drampa's back, baby. Okay. Let's go. Adino. That'd be a fun shiny. Get a Mega Adino. So we have like 3 Furfroos. We have 2 Alpha Shalfa Furfroos. We have 2 regular Furfroos shiny. So I think one of the things that we need from this area is definitely shiny Eevee. So it might be a good idea to save before going into this area. But and we definitely want to get Drampa. So this is kind of sweet because we got Riolu so quickly. If we can get Drampa fast, we can start working on Dratini, and then we'll be pretty close to getting to the point where we can get to the next step on our pecking order. Right now, it is Riolu, which we just got, Drampa, Dratini, and then Chespin, I think, is next. So the only thing that's going to stop us from that pecking order is getting a challenge. So if any of you have a challenge for me to kind of see if I can beat anything, then let me know. Yesterday we were challenged to beat or try and get like, I think the challenge was to get first place with using 1 Pokemon in the ranked battles, and that's impossible as far as I can tell. I don't think that's possible unless you're cheating. Like, I think if you use Garchomp with the Rocky Helmet trick, I think you can use like Earthquake over and over and over again, which maybe that will work and you can get up to like 20 points or what, you know, like the insane amount of points. So it might be possible to do, but if you're just doing it normally and you're effort value trained and IV trained, I still don't think it's possible to just win with 1 Pokemon. You need to be able to have different moves that you can use from different Pokemon to spread your, you know, spread out your move sets and your coverage. So maybe it's possible, but in 1 battle, I tried it out. We definitely didn't win. I was saying that we could probably win 3 the challenge was to win 3 battles with 1 Pokemon. I think we could win, like, not get 4th place or last with that challenge, and I think that's a more reasonable like expectation. But I don't right now with the Pokemon that I have, I don't think there's enough coverage to take on the meta. There's a lot of Pokemon like Xerneas and Metagross that I don't think I could just win first place against those Pokemon with the Pokemon that I have trained. So I didn't think that was possible. But that was a fun challenge. It was quick. We did it before ending the episode, and we were able to shiny hunt and stuff like that for the stuff we're looking for. So if you guys have challenges for me or want me to try something out, or if you want me to find a shiny, I'll stay focused on it until I get it done. But if you put like a time limit on something, let me know. I'll I'll do that. I'll take on the challenge. That's what this series is called, Pokemon Challenges. Right now it's just titled Pokemon Z Legend ZA live stream because that's what it is, but this will be filed and changed to go under the challenges chapter or bookmark that I have on the channel. So yeah, that's something we do here. And if you have a challenge not in this game and a different game, I'm down for that too. All right, let's take a look. No shiny. Drampa. There's a bunch of Audinos that was showing up. That's kind of neat. What's up, Furfru? Drampa, you're so sweet. Just hanging out. A lot of Furfrus. Is there Eevee? Is Eevee around? Oh, there he is. Okay. No shiny. All right. Okay, let's grab some of these Mega Energies for Mega Mewtwo Y. Oh, that did. Oh, there we go. It took a second to. That should do it right there. What? Okay, we gotta go get another shard. That's weird. Why didn't it power up that time? Mewtwo's like, I need two to get one. Oh, not amnesia. Oh, interesting. Okay, that worked. Okay, let's get the stone for Mega Mewtwo Y. There we go. All right, let's check this out. Let's see what his stats are looking like. Hey, let me go up there then. I think with amnesia, I boosted his special defense. All right, here. Let us Mega Evolve. Boom, baby. Look at that rainbow sheen on Mega Mewtwo Y. That looks good. All right, cool, man. Here, let's take a picture with him real quick. Oh, he doesn't sleep. Interesting. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. It was a busy day today. We had a Pokemon Go video come out for the new season. So, Precious Paths, that video came out this morning. We got the announcement for Mega Lucario Z today. We've finally got our shiny Riolu. That didn't take too long in retrospect. Like, it only took a few days to shiny hunt it. And now we're looking for Drampa. But we got to do the Lysander Cafe side quest to get Mewtwo. And now we can get this changed up, get him some good effort values and IVs. And then, what are his IVs? Is he perfect? I know his nature sucks, but let's see. Oh, we forgot to look. He's got 3 best stats on the lower half. The special defense, and speed. And then he has 3 shitty stats on the upper half. Shoot, we didn't get to see what his special attack stats were because we were busy taking a picture. But I think that's going to be it for today. We're at 2 hours, so thank you guys for sticking around and hanging out. Thank you, chat, for being participative in the talk about Mega Evolution and theorizing with me and indulging some ideas. So it's fun speculating about the DLC with you ladiesmen. Thank you for being here, Necrotio. Turk, thank you for being here and joining the chat. QLF, Bolts, love you guys. Thanks for being here. I don't know if you're hanging out in Necrotio, but thank you for being here if you are. And folks that are watching separately, not in the chat, thank you so much for your support and spending some time with me. So I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Don't forget to level up, and I hope you have an awesome night. Have a good one.